Yield back to the chairwoman.
Thank you very much. I'm going to follow on with that, but I do want to set the record straight just a bit. Wikipedia is wrong. I was born in Manhattan.
All right.
I was baptized at Mount Carmel Church. My grandparents moved to the Bronx, and I spent some time with them. So my mother, though, was living in Brooklyn when she met my father there. So I do have most of the boroughs covered.
That's a beautiful thing. But you strike me as someone from the boogie down Bronx.
I took the train at Pelham Bay, walked through the park in the days when you could walk through the Pelham Bay Park and get on the subway. Anyway, I want to follow on with what my colleague from Texas was talking about from the Washington Post. The Affordable Care Act is really a misnomer. It's never been affordable, as the Washington Post said. It's just never. And let's be clear, the ACA subsidies will still be present in the individual market next year, despite all the things you all have been saying. The enhanced premium subsidies, which go directly to insurance companies and were justified as COVID relief when they were authorized, are expiring because Democrats insisted on a take it or leave it, no reforms approach. COVID is over. Democrats themselves were responsible for sunsetting these provisions, are responsible for setting up the sunsetting of these provisions at the end of December 2025. Republicans had nothing to do. We never voted for the Affordable Care Act. Yes, we voted to repeal it 70 times. We always had an alternative to it. We've heard over and over tonight that there were no alternatives. That is not true. Much of what has been said tonight is not true. We'll deal some more with that tomorrow. But we should not be rewarding our colleagues for taking the entire government hostage by rubber stamping a COVID-related program. COVID is over. Our Democrat colleagues would have the public believe that the only way to stabilize the individual insurance market is to flood it with subsidies. But again, we have a long history of offering market reforms like associated health plans, which have been you've fought against tooth and nail. We've supported HSAs, which you've fought against tooth and nail. You never seem to want the American people to have any control over their health care. It's always forcing people into government-controlled health care.
Would the gentlelady mind yielding just for a moment?
But
Not for an entire back and forth. I just wanted to ask a question. Republicans control the House, the Senate, and the presidency, and Donald Trump has taken a my way or the highway approach from the very beginning of his time in office. And so I'm just wondering why Republicans haven't seen fit. We can agree, we have a broken healthcare system. We as Democrats want to fix it. But throughout the entirety of this year, unless I'm missing something, where's the Republican action on addressing the health care of the American people other than ripping Medicaid away from 14 million folks?
Well, I wasn't going to address every point you made. I said that earlier. But we did not rip away Medicaid from a single soul. That's another lie that you all have been putting out. We did not take Medicaid away from a single soul. We said that 1,000,000 times when we passed the Working Families Tax Cuts Act. We never took one person off of Medicaid. What we've done over and over and over again is to attempt to get rid of waste, fraud, and abuse. I hope when you say we have a broken healthcare system, you're including in that, Mr. Jeffries, that we have waste, fraud, and abuse.
Am I to believe that the one big ugly
We
bill
have waste,
loved and
fraud-
cherished Medicaid?
We have waste, fraud, and abuse. Now, we look forward to continuing that support when the shutdown's over and the American people aren't being held hostage. We've said that 1,000,000 times since you all shut down the government. We've said that. Let us get through the appropriations process. We had November and December to work on this after we got through the appropriations process. But no, that wasn't good enough for you all. And I wish we were in control. I truly wish we were in control.
Who's in
I
control?
will tell you, we have a majority of one in the House, and you know, and I know, that it takes 60 votes in the Senate. We have 53 Republicans.
Is that
in the
majority of
Senate.
one Donald Trump?
Democrats refuse to infuse a lick of accountability into the subsidies that they legislated. And again, you decided to sunset that. Per the CBO, in 2025, when we talked about Kaiser Family, now we're talking about CBO. In 2025 alone, 2.3 million ineligible individuals received these temporary credits, a broken healthcare system. The Biden administration took a hatchet to eligibility safeguards, weakened eligibility verification, reduced tax reporting, and allowed insurance brokers to game the system by switching enrollees' plans monthly. This led to phantom enrollees, millions of people who never actually received health care. For context, $35 billion was spent on approximately 4.6 million phantom enrollees in 2024 who never received health care. That's been alluded to here earlier. I think that the last thing we should be doing is rubber stamping this giveaway to insurance companies. The biggest subsidies in this country right now are given to insurance companies for people who aren't getting health care. We do want to fix the healthcare system in this country. We need to fix the waste, fraud, and abuse in Medicaid, waste, fraud, and abuse in Medicare, waste, fraud, and abuse in the Unaffordable Care Act. We want to work on it. Let's get the government back. Let's work on appropriations, and let's let the appropriate committees be working on health care. Let's not muddy the water. This has been an obfuscation exercise tonight by saying over and over, we got to do health care. Mr. Cole said over and over, it's not an appropriations process. It's other committees. So you all are trying to take away the American people's attention from what we're here to do tonight. And we've spent a lot of time on it.
Madam Chair.
With that, I yield myself back.
I mean, have you heard from anybody in your district who has seen their health premiums double or triple? I mean, and what do you tell these people?
I heard
You're
that.
on your own, tough luck, and you know?
Mr. McGovern, I'll answer.
Okay.
No, I have not. But I heard when Obamacare was put in effect, how horrible Obamacare was. Mr. McGovern, I'm answering your question. I heard how awful Obamacare was when it went into effect. I hear from people all the time, not just now, but for the last several years, how their insurance premiums have gone up over and over again. So,
You know the approval rating of the Affordable Care Act is like 65%, and Donald Trump's approval rating is at 37%. I'm happy to go down to your district, we can do a joint town hall together and listen to people tell us their healthcare stories. But I can't go back to my
thank you,
constituents and
Mr.
just tell them,
McGovern.
screw you, you're on
It's
your own,
my-
we're not going to help you
Mr.
out.
McGovern, it's my
yield back.
time. And I yield back, and I thank our witnesses for being here. You're excused.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We have Ms. Wasserman Schultz, Ms. Dexter, Ms. Randall, Ms. Bonamici, Ms. Ansari, and Mr. Subramanian.